My name is John Shaffner. I'm interviewee number 7 something or other, and I was the chairman of the Television Academy for 4 years. And so what brought me out tonight is this wonderful celebration of the history of this amazing entertainment world that television has become. I like feature movies, but hey, they're all on TV, if that's the right word for it. So whether it's I think it's fun to consider that the word television actually means portable picture. So ultimately, it's a really good name for everything that we are watching. Well, there's 2 parts of my story. First part, of course, was that I was chairman of the Television Academy during a very interesting period as we had to negotiate the license deal with the networks. And so we were very successful that time, some years ago, which really was great for me and, of course, the people who really did the work. But the second part is really my career as a production designer in multi-camera entertainment. So I really started out so long ago living in New York, designing a Perry Como Christmas special in Colonial Williamsburg. And then I went on to do a series called Star Search, which I named and conceptualized the scoring for. Even though I was the production designer, the producers were really nice, and I missed them. And then I went on and just continued to work with my partner, Joe Stewart, with David Copperfield, 10 television specials, and many entertainment, variety, music opportunities, and award shows, and then sitcoms. I did 156 pilots, 63 went to series for 3,010 episodes. I might have a record. And Friends, 2.5 Men, The Big Bang Theory, Dharma and Greg, 2 shows are on right now, The Connors and Bob Hart Abishola, but my assistants have taken over those shows, and we've retired to Montana. Oh, so many inspirations, and I have to give a lot of credit to the University of Montana and Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, who really, got me going, and then, of course, New York and working there. But I think the inspiration has come from a lot of the people that I worked for early on, both directors when I was a designer and with designers that I worked for. Ed Stevenson was a brilliant designer who taught me so much in the sitcom business, because he hired me to decorate a series in the early 80s, and the last thing I did was the pilot to the Golden Girls. So as I say, the sofa was my fault. Well, there was Romper Room and Howdy Doody. And, after that, I had a little period of time where we lived in the mountains and I couldn't watch much television when I was in high school. But one show I always loved was when we had TV in the 50s, was the Gary Moore Show. And so it was so wonderful so many years later to work for Bob Banner, who produced the Gary Moore Show, who discovered Carol Burnett with Gary Moore. And then years later, my partner Joe and I designed Carol Burnett's 50th anniversary television special of her series. And Bob had produced the Carol Burnett Show as well. So all these things that started so long ago wrapped up with a lovely way to close out a career. What started with Carol Burnett as an inspiration, and then working with Carol.